example for all nations to work together and bring a message of hope and prosperity. And it is signed by all 5 county commissioners.
So it's a great honor to represent Weld County on the other side of the planet with my friends in Israel and your friends in Israel and Samaria, which is the northern part of the West Bank. Usually people just call it the West Bank. And so I want to thank the commissioners and Jim Eckersley and Julie, if she's here, Julie Kozad, who I first approached Sean about this, and Sean agreed, and Julie, and then all the rest of the commissioners. So thank you very much. And the Shomron, the Samaria, thanks you very much. And as you know, Samaria is in a war right now. They're in a war of ideas and also terror, rockets, Hezbollah, Iran, Syria, and they're also boycotted by most of the planet. The United Nations demonizes them on a regular basis, and the European Union boycotts them, their goods and services, and college campuses boycott them, and so etc. And similarly, Weld County's in a war. We're in a war of ideas and items, and it's not a different war. We are in the same war, and this is a war about freedom against tyranny. And this is a war of economic prosperity versus despair and poverty. And so we're really in the same war. It's just being fought on 2 different fronts. And so Boulder has chosen their side in this war. They chose Nablus, which is Shechem, where Joseph's bones are buried. You guys remember the movie, The 10 Commandments, where they're hauling Joseph out, right? He's buried in Shechem, which is in Samaria. And there's no Jewish presence allowed there. The Jews are not allowed to go in there, and you guys aren't allowed to go in there. And they made that their sister city, so they chose their side in this war. A Sharia-ruled place there in Shechem. You can go in there with a battalion of IDF, Israeli army guys, in bulletproof buses once a month, in the middle of the night, unannounced. That's how you get into Shechem, their sister city. Weld County, on the other hand, has chosen their side in this war. And they have chosen the Shomrons, the northern West Bank, Samaria. And so it's the same war. And so it's really about freedom versus tyranny. And we're all in this together. They're on one side of the planet, we're on the other, but it's the same thing. And so Weld County leads the United States in fiscal responsibility. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, you guys? And this county leads the United States of America in constitutional responsibility. Are we right? Yes. Amen? Anybody? We do that thanks to our commissioners and our sheriff. And so now Weld County is going to lead the United States of America in blessing Israel, the biblical heartland of Israel, the Shomron, the northern part of the West Bank. And so that will be our side in this war. When I met Yossi Dagan, the chairman of the regional council there, the Shomron Regional Council, I met him in Jerusalem on my last trip over, and it was an honor to represent Weld County at that get-together with Mike Huckabee. And he told me that what people don't realize is that we are all alone, meaning the Shomron, Samaria. We are all alone. Everyone's against us. You guys might be able to identify with that a little bit. And he was explaining that to me. And then I said, well, you'll never be alone again because Weld County has your back. And he got this big grin on his face, and then he hugs me. And he's built like Sheriff Steve. So he's a captain in the IDF Army Reserves. And he hugs me, and you know you've been hugged with him. And so that was our introduction. That was the beginning of me and Weld County's relationship with Chairman Yossi Dagan. And so that was a great blessing to be with him. And so today, the Shomron, the biblical heartland of Israel, has Weld County's back. And we have theirs. And that's why this is such a great honor for me to be doing this. And I'll close with Bill Jerky's favorite verse. He wanted to be here, but he's on a cruise, I guess. And so his favorite verse, he told me a long time ago, and Sean remembers this, Jim, Julie, remember this. His favorite verse is Genesis 12:3. I will bless those who bless Israel, and I will curse those who curse Israel. And so that's what I want to close with. In any war, The most important thing is to have the blessing of God. And Weld County has chosen the blessing of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Hang on, one more.